Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you are all doing well out there. This is round two for this video. I was like right at the end of recording this thing, and my memory card filled up, and it lost the whole video. So we're gonna start this whole thing over here. So I just wanted to do a quick update with a couple of items for the 40th anniversary of The Empire Strikes Back. There's gonna be some Funko, some Black Series, and Elite Series. So just want to do a real quick update with this stuff here. A little bit of cherry picking from a couple of different brands and stuff, but most importantly is the 40th anniversary for The Empire Strikes Back is a huge deal. It's my favorite of the Star Wars movies, and I know for a lot of others as well, of course. And it's such a bummer that we're not going to get Star Wars Celebration this year, and it's pushed out for those 2 years because I was getting ready to just swipe credit cards and drop cash all over the place for virtually everything that was going to be tied to this anniversary. So I'm glad that there's still some really good merch we can grab now, and I'm hoping once we get around to celebration time and stuff that they're just going to start dropping everything the same way that Comic-Con's been doing it, because I want to get my hands on a lot of that goodness. So without further ado, we're going to dive in. First thing here is the 10-inch Boba Fett, and so stoked that they put this out finally. Did it at a perfect time. I've got the Futuro one that was like the all black paint with like a couple, little like red garments to it and stuff, which I don't understand what this whole Futura paint job stuff is, but nevertheless, I am so happy to have Boba Fett here. I pulled him out, kind of looked him over and everything, and it's gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. The paint looks amazing, and Boba Fett is just badass as it is, and now that he's got his 10-inch pop, totally on board with that. And next year, so stoked they did this one too, and that's the Luke on Tauntaun. We got the Han on Tauntaun back with Smuggler's Bounty, forever ago, but now we got Luke on Tauntaun here, which is awesome. And I love the little attention to detail stuff with his Tauntaun horn being cut off there and stuff. And so stoked to finally have this one too, because everything that revolves around Hoth, all the costume design, all that stuff is just so pretty. So I mean, Luke's specific outfit in his Hoth gear and Han's and all that just looks so good, and I'm really happy to have that. And another pop been waiting for a long time. I know we've all been waiting on this one, and that is the Han Solo and Carbonite. And this pop is so sick. I am really, really happy with how they did this one, and they still managed to keep this thing a bobblehead too, which I thought was really clever. You can see the spacing right there, but that spacing, it's a front-facing bobblehead, so it bobs in and out as opposed to the up and down. So I thought that was a really clever way to still make sure that they kept the bobblehead intact with that. And all the other pops that they did for this, I wasn't overly impressed with. So I think once prices go down, because they're still available everywhere, Amazon usually drop prices down to like $5-6 a pop eventually once they've been out for a while. So once those prices go down, I'll probably seek them out. But nothing that was making me rush out to it. But I needed that Han and Carbonite ASAP. Next here, keeping with the Han and Carbonite, is the Black Series 6-inch here. And this thing is gorgeous. I looked to grab another one as soon as this came in the mail because I was so happy with the way that this looks. I was like, I want one in box and one out of box. And I normally just kind of keep everything packaged now for the most part. This is something I wanted to have out and displayed. It is that pretty. I mean, look at the detail on that thing. It looks absolutely amazing. So stoked to have it nonetheless. If I can get my hands on another one for a good price, I'm snagging it, and that one's going to come out. But love this here. It looks absolutely beautiful. And next up here from the 6-inch Black Series is the AT-AT driver, so kind of keeping with that Hoth theme. I love all the costume designs, and I know this is basically TIE Fighter. I'll just pull it out here. So you got the TIE Fighter pilot here as well. I love these costume designs. They are gorgeous, and it's really just the difference in the paint scheme, but the paint is so different enough where these almost look like entirely different costumes. I love the look of both of these. They're absolutely gorgeous, and kind of the same for Black Series. I'm not really looking to seek all of them out. I've got a couple others on pre-order, and then some of those carbonized ones. They did the Stormtrooper, Darth Vader, and Boba Fett. So I've got a couple things on pre-order that I'm waiting to get. But as those prices drop, if they're still available, I'll probably pick up a couple more of those as we're going along here too. And last for this one here, though, that is the Elite Series Probe Droid from the Disney Store. And this thing is an absolute behemoth. It is huge. I love the way that this thing looks. I know Black Series put one out too that everybody was kind of snaking, and that one looked great, but I love the die cast. I really do. This thing is beautiful. It's got good weight to it. It's huge. I mean, there's my hands side by side. So I mean, you could see it's a nice, huge probe droid, and this was bigger than I thought it was going to be when it came in. The pictures and the packaging look to it looked like it was going to be kind of like a standard size, something you'd expect that it would come in. And this thing came in much larger than I expected, so I was really happy with this. And These Elite series, for the right ones, they do such a great job. You go back to, previous anniversaries, 40th anniversary for New Hope, they did the Han and the Luke in the Stormtrooper disguise. That one's gorgeous. For, what was it, the 35th anniversary of Jedi, they did Vader with the helmet off, so I thought that was super cool. And then, we've got this here, and I think I've got one more of them now. Feel like I'm blanking on one, but I've got the Rogue One set and stuff too. But I feel like there's one more anniversary thing that I'm missing. It's probably something like a May the 4th that I'm not thinking of right now. But this thing is gorgeous. I love it. I haven't seen the Black Series one in person, but I can't imagine falling in love with it more than this one. This thing is absolutely amazing. So that is it for right now. I've got a couple other little tidbits I've gotten for the anniversary, but as far as figures, this is everything I've put together thus far. A couple other things on pre-order, like I said, and I'm going to continue to hunt down as things do come out here, because got another big anniversary too for Jaws being the 45th, so keeping an eye out for that stuff too. Looks like NECA's putting out a monster Bruce too, so totally different from Star Wars, but I'm totally juiced on that. So that's gonna do it for this video though, guys. Again, thank you all so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, and if you've been following my channel and you're still watching my videos, appreciate the hell out of you guys. I would love it if you could go check out Nerf Herder Studios. It's a film studio that me and my buddy are doing. We just launched our first kind of like weekly series on there called Dude Remember When. We're having a lot of fun with that. There's a lot more to come. We're going into production for our first short horror tomorrow, so that is going to start things tomorrow. And yeah, just a lot of exciting things kicking over there. So I'd really appreciate if you go check out the Nerf Herder Studios YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all over on that stuff. We just dropped a new episode of Dude Remember When today. So that's going to do it, though. Thank you guys again so much. Hope you enjoy the rest of your days, and we'll catch you all next time.